In this video, we'll finish crocheting Santa. I'm Tatiana Medintseva, welcome to my crochet channel. You'll find links to the other two parts in the description below the video. You'll also find links to my social media accounts there. Also, I have a shop on Etsy where you can purchase patterns for my toys in PDF format. At this point, we've finished crocheting Santa in the previous part. Now let's make the beard and eyebrows. First, let's make the eyebrows. For some strange reason, the tutorial on how to make the eyebrows wasn't recorded on video. We'll simply embroider the eyebrows with fluffy yarn. Make 3 or 4 stitches above each eye. Now let's make the beard. For the beard, you'll need lots of pieces of yarn like this. The length is 10 cm or 4 inches. Using the prepared sample, we cut lots of identical threads. We'll use these threads to make Santa's beard and hair. We'll be beautifully decorating our Santa. Here I am cutting off pieces of the thread that was left over after embroidering the eyebrows. I confirm that the threads are 10 cm or 4 inches long. We need to prepare a lot of these threads, and we simply attach the threads to the appropriate stitches for decorating the beard and then the hair. We insert the hook into the stitch near the nose, grab the thread in the middle and pull it through the loop. Align the ends of the thread. And now, using the hook, pull the ends of the thread through the created loop. Pull both ends of the thread through the loop and simply pull it tight. One thread is attached. We insert the hook under the eye into the next stitch. Grab the thread in the middle. Again, align the ends of the thread. Pull it through the loop and pull it tight. I hope the principle is clear. We insert all the remaining threads in the same way. Let me attach one more thread here together with you. The attached threads under the eye will be enough. The third thread is attached. Under the second eye in this row, we also attach the threads in 3 stitches. Then we move on to the next row below, and we attach the threads in the next row in the same way. In the next row, under the nose, we leave an empty stitch, that is, we don't insert a thread. Leave an empty space, like a mustache. That is, we don't attach the thread to the stitch under the nose. And we attach the threads completely around the circle, both in the front and in the back. It's difficult for me to formulate my thoughts right now, since I'm a little ill. Forgive me if I'm a bit slow. In the next row, under the eye, we attach the threads completely around the entire row, except for one stitch under the nose. That is, we make both the beard and the hair. The hair is done in 2 rows. That is, we attach the threads in one row and then in the next row down. And in the front, at the level between the eyes, another row of threads is inserted. In any case, everyone does it according to your own taste. This is individual creativity. In our Santa, I'll now attach the threads under the second eye and move down one row. You can insert the hook into the stitch in different ways. Do it however you like. Repeat all the same steps. Insert the hook into the stitch, grab the thread, pull it through the loop, align the ends, pull it through the loop and tighten. Then next, that is the third row, we insert the threads into each stitch in a circle. Completely in a circle. We always grab one row with the hook. Attach the threads completely in a circle. Here, under the eye, I am now attaching the threads. 3 threads under the second eye are attached. Now I begin moving in a circle in the next row. We do what I already told you. We create the beard in the front and the hair in the back. I want to draw your attention to one interesting detail. In the finished Santa, this is also Alize Soft Plus thread. I bought this thread a few years ago and I only have a little bit left. It's snow white. This yarn I bought yesterday. It's also Alize Soft Plus. Firstly, it's not as white. Secondly, it's not as thick. I even thought it might be Alize Soft Mega. That yarn is thicker. I have a skein of Alize Soft Mega, but it's much thicker. I mean, I had Alize Soft Plus, but it was different before. But if you don't compare them, it looks really cool. You can see the difference in color or the effect of yarn thickness. So 2 rows were made for the hair at the back. Here at the back, the threads are attached in 2 rows. In the front, the threads are inserted in 3 rows. I didn't attach the threads further down the side of the head, only to the arms. And on this side, the threads are also attached only to the arms. This is how my beard is made. The width of the beard is 1 row wider. Everything is beautifully decorated on top too. So we have a handsome grandfather with such a luxurious, lush beard. We still need to crochet the head. Start crocheting the head with the pom-pom. For the pom-pom, I used the same yarn that was used for the beard. For the pom-pom, I used Alize Soft Plus yarn. We make a loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. For millimeters hook, I didn't change anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second row, we make 6 increases. In each stitch, make 2 single crochets. At the end of the row, there will be 12 single crochets. Be sure to turn the crocheting right side out. In the third row, simply make 12 single crochets. Done. Turn it right side out. In the fourth row, we make 6 decreases. I insert the hook completely into the stitch. Neither the front nor the back loop is visible here. So I insert the hook completely into the stitch and make decreases. This is already the third decrease. Fourth decrease. Fifth decrease. And sixth decrease. And in the fifth row, we make 3 decreases. After this, the pom-pom will be ready. 3 decreases are almost done. Something here, I inserted the hook in the wrong place. You have to be careful with this yarn, because the stitches are completely invisible. This is the third decrease done. Now we need to attach the red thread. In the 6th row, we will make 3 increases. But first, we need to attach the red thread. Insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the red thread, make 1 single crochet. In the same stitch, make the 2nd single crochet, that is, we have made 1 increase. Tie the ends of the thread together in a knot. You can cut the white thread at this stage. Hide the ends of the threads inside. Don't add stuffing to the pom-pom. The pom-pom is small and does not need stuffing. As a reminder, 1 increase is made. Crochet the 2nd increase into the next stitch. And the last, 3rd increase in this row. This is how the crocheting looks now. Crochet the next 2 rows without changes. In the 7th and 8th row, we make 6 single crochets in each row. These rows are done. In the 9th row, we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase, and continue this way until the end of the row. Repeat the combination twice. There will be 8 single crochets at the end of the row. Then crochet 2 rows without changes. In the 10th and 11th row, we make 8 single crochets in each row. These rows are done. This is what Santa's head looks like now. In the 12th row, we make 4 single crochets and 1 increase, and continue that way until the end of the row. Repeat the combination twice. There will be 10 single crochets at the end of the row. In the 13th and 14th row, we make 10 single crochets in each row. In the 15th row, we make 4 single crochets and 1 increase, and continue that way until the end of the row. Repeat the combination twice. There will be 12 single crochets at the end of the row. In the 16th and 17th row, we make 12 single crochets in each row. These rows are done. In the 18th row, we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this to the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 18 single crochets. Then, in the 19th row, simply make 18 single crochets. These rows are done. In the 20th row, we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase, and do this to the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 24 single crochets. In the 21st row, we make 24 single crochets. These rows are done. In the 22nd row, we make 3 single crochets and 1 increase, and do this to the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 30 single crochets. Crochet the next 4 rows without changes. From the 23rd to the 26th row inclusive, we make 30 single crochets in each row. These rows are done. In the next 27th row, we also need to make 30 single crochets. Now use the same yarn you used to make the beard. We'll use Alize Soft Plus yarn. Attach the thread as I've already shown. Crochet 2 single crochets with the new yarn. Tie the ends of the threads together in a knot. At this point, the red thread can basically be cut. But I leave a long enough end to sew the head to the head. I'm sewing the head on so it doesn't fall off. I'll also sew the top of the head to its base. Crochet 30 single crochets in a circle with this fluffy white yarn. The 27th row with white yarn is done. Now crochet one more row of 30 half double crochets in a circle, but we will insert the hook into the previous row, not the last one. In the 28th row, we make 30 half double crochets. Insert the hook into the 26th row. Yarn over and insert the hook into the same stitch. These stitches are clearly visible as they are made with white yarn. Insert the hook here, grab the working yarn, crochet 3 loops on the hook at a time. I'll show you again. Yarn over, insert the hook into the previous row. Here, grab the working yarn, crochet 3 loops on the hook at a time. In this way, we crochet in a circle the entire 28th row. In total, we will make 30 half double crochets. This is what we will make the 28th row. The most important thing here is that we insert the hook not into the last row, but into the previous one. That is, we insert the hook right here. We insert the hook into the same stitches where we crocheted the 27th row. The 28th row is done. And now, to make the edging even, we just need to make one more row. In principle, you can leave it as is, if you like. I want to make another row of slip stitches. But again, we'll insert the hook in the same row where we crocheted the previous 2 rows. That is, we insert the hook into this stitch. Grab the working yarn. Immediately pull the yarn through the loop. That is, we make a slip stitch. And in this way, we crochet the entire row with slip stitches. That is, we insert the hook into this 26th row and crochet slip stitches in a circle. And thanks to this method, we get a beautiful, even edging. A smooth edging. In total, we will be able to make 30 slip stitches in this row. And here at the end, to make it look pretty, insert the hook, pull the thread out and make another slip stitch. Cut the thread, pull out and tighten the thread. Pull the thread to the inside of the head. Here, tie the white ends of the threads together in a knot. Done, the knot is tied. At this point, you can trim the white ends of the threads. Here is a beautiful Santa's hat we've made. Now we need to secure the hat in place, that is, bend the top part and sew it on the side. insert the red end of the thread, which we left for sewing, into a needle with a blunt end. Where we finished crocheting will be the back of the head. So we shape the head like this. Now I want to pull the thread through the stitches so that the red thread is closer to the part that needs to be sewn on. Pull the needle and thread through here. And now we need to sew on the top end of the head. Insert the needle through the head near the pom-pom. And in this way, simply sew the top part of the head to the side. For now, I'll pull this thread here. This is how the top of the head is sewn to the base. Now it's time to try the head on and put it on center. Center needs to be seated so that it's easy to put on and can be seen clearly. The head is completely on his head. Oops, the head accidentally came off. Pull the head up in front so that the eyebrows are visible. Put the head on in back as tightly as possible. In principle, you can leave the head as is and not sew it to the head. So I need to rotate the head slightly on the head. And I sew the head on for security so that it doesn't come off. I also want to create an artificial wave while sewing it on. This is what it looks like from the side of the finished Santa. Here we create the wave ourselves, however we like. I think you'll also decide to sew the head to Santa's head. So, while sewing the head, I'll immediately create this wave on the side. Here, insert the needle in the next stitch. Leave the eyebrows open. And here, along the edge where the red and white meet, I sew the head to the head. I'm moving towards this edge. The head is sewn on the front. Now I want to create a fold on the side of the head. Using a needle and thread, we secure this fold so it doesn't unravel and holds its shape. This is how I insert the needle into the head. And here. Note that at this point I don't pull the needle through Santa's head, but only through the head. This is how I managed to secure the fold on the side of the head. From the back, we pull the head tightly onto the head so it stays in place. Hold the head firmly with your fingers so that it doesn't slip off. I adjust the front of the head. And we sew the head to the head from the back, holding the head with our hand. I try to sew the head so that it's put on as deeply as possible. Here I insert the needle through one stitch in the head and sew it to the head this way. Let's check to make sure everything is to our liking. Look what a cool Santa Claus turned out! If you like everything, Then we fix the thread at the back. Tie a knot anywhere. Hide the edge of the thread inside. The thread is processed and hidden inside. And now let's look at what we've got. We straighten the head, giving it the desired shape. Straighten the mustache in one direction and the beard in the other. I remove all the remaining threads. Just look at this beauty. The head turns in different directions. Now I'll show you how to add the finishing touches so Santa can hang from the bottle, for example. I have a white ribbon like this. Cut a ribbon to the appropriate length as needed. I insert the ribbon into a needle. You can also use a crochet hook. This is up to you. I sew the ribbon to both arms. Insert the needle from the inside into one mitten. And in the other arm, insert the needle with the ribbon from the bottom. Align the ends of the ribbon. Now we can hang this toy on the Christmas tree. Here I simply tie the ribbon in a bow. You can also choose the option where Santa hugs a holiday bottle. This way the toy will stay in the right position. You can turn the head to the side. Bend the legs. Now I will sit this toy on a Coca-Cola bottle. Holiday is coming. Everyone knows that Coca-Cola New Year set. I just remembered this set, so I'll take these photos now. I wish you a wonderful mood and see you soon.